amazing. It was amazing. I kind of felt like last year, that was our 5th year. Last year was our 5th year, and I kind of felt like, this year was more of a redemption. Last year kind of felt a little off, but I put the pieces of the puzzle back together, and this year was amazing. So shout out to all the speakers. Paula G, Voice, Lady Wisdom After Midnight went in Batman.
Yeah.
Shout out to my sister Paula G. Amia Freeman, one of the speakers, Minister Glennis Tillman, Lyle Moore of Makeup and More was our guest speaker, and Dr. Angela Harris Kennedy out of Atlanta, Georgia, was our keynote speaker, and Altina, you've met my mini-me, Altina Lee, who is my mentee, and she got a chance to speak. She normally sings, but she got a chance to speak, and she blessed the youth. So it was amazing. I'm still getting testimonies in and pictures in, and I haven't had a chance to really disperse the pictures of the photos out, but it was amazing. So thanks for asking. Yeah. And we're already geared up for next year.
That's right. That's right. You got to get started now. That's right. That's a lot of work. But awesome. Yeah. And they grow.
Yeah, we do. We start the day after. So we had our first meeting, and we scheduled the date, but now we're working on the concert that's going to be hosted here in Douglasville in July. So we're always doing something.
That's right. Got to stay busy for the kingdom. I feel you. All right. Glad that went well. Yeah, we're glad that went well. And before we jump into something else real quick, just want to remind everybody, people have been hitting us up about My Journey. That's right. The taping of My Journey going on in the DMV. That's right. So if you're just that's a short flight away, you want to get involved with this. There's some big things happening with My Journey. I'm not at liberty to talk about it right now. I like to show people stuff. I don't want to just tell them about it, how that goes. But anyway.
I know. We're better off showing you we can tell you.
Yeah, because people say, "Man, may be bragging." No, it's a praise report. You guys be on here talking about bad news all the time. You got to balance things out. Somebody got to bring some good news.
Yeah.
Just right, me and Jay Williams. We got to bring y'all some good news. Me and Jay, my man Jay. I like talking to Jay. He cracks me up. He reminds me of myself. People gotta keep us in check. If they don't, we be wild. So shout out to Jay Williams. We got a chance to talk to him last week, and I said, man, I'm proud of that brother doing this thing. And and sometimes people look at people's success and say, why are they so successful? Why are they benefiting? Well, man, that dude work hard. You watch him. It's like when he sleep.
Yeah.
Between him and some other people out there, they don't put a lot of hours in sleep. They take naps. And I know Dallas Frazier tell you that. A lot of the artists, the ones that's really grinding out there, Carlton McConnell, I think he's in bed now, but he's going to be up at 2 or 3 in the morning getting started on this paperwork. Mm-hmm. So that's the kind of, stuff you got to do to, get where you want to go.
Yeah.
Work harder because nobody cares. That's what Lamar Jackson said. Work harder because nobody cares. All right. All right, Shay.
I actually put a post up the other day. I put a post up, and it was a picture of a guy going up a hill, and behind the hill there was like knives coming out of the hill, and so it showed his feet bleeding, but he was at the top. Mm-hmm. And the word over top of him said success, but then there were people down below that were looking on the other side of the hill, and they were like, this looks way too easy. So, yeah, we do make it look easy, but there's a lot of work, and Helen Freeman and I were talking about that, the work that goes behind the scenes. When I interviewed her, if you are an artist working out, and the Bible says to study to show yourself approved. So understanding the word before you start trying to get out there to preach it, there's a lot that goes behind the scenes.
That's right. And it's funny. I was thinking about some individuals that really pull success and not ain't that good at what they're doing, but they surround themselves with talent. And I'm not going to throw no names out there because everybody know who this person is. But this person took a page from another individual that had a lot of movie deals and was always in the movies. So when they come out, when you do good things and they see you all the time, it's easy for them to put you where you want to be. And you be wondering how they got there. man, you'd be surprised how people be serving in the beginning, giving away their music. They put out their first album. Like for example, I was always wondering how those guys in New York reach success so quickly, especially the ones that are the DJs. And I went back and looked at them like really, really deep, like years in YouTube or whatever. Them dudes was giving away their music. They would go to nightclubs and just hand it to the DJ, pay him a couple dollars to get their mixtapes or whatever. They was grinding hard. I remember, and I think I told you guys this story about Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys didn't just come out and was successful. She was out for a really long time under a record label. And when Clyde Davis made his move and started his own label, he brought her over with him. But she still really wasn't out there yet. And because her music was out for a while, she said, they put her up on the shelf. Yeah. And so when he brought her out, he knew nobody knew who she was. He wasn't sure how they was going to receive her because she had a different, she was like a female prince. So he didn't really know. So what he did was he put a bunch of them on a tour bus, and they just went 95 South, visiting all the radio stations, And I remember we was invited to come out and listen to her. She was doing a listening party. Yeah, that's what it was. I keep forgetting what it was called. She was doing a listening party with all the major mainstream urban radio stations, from New York down to South, 95. And then she spent time with the DJs in the station. Then she invited them out to a listening party so they can hear her music live. And they were really excited about it because nobody really knew what she was like, because she had to sell her personality, So with all that said, you know what I'm telling you guys? Go ahead and put up some money. Get yourself a little venue. It could be a raggedy venue. It doesn't matter. Get your band, whatever you need, a DJ. Invite people to come out. To listen to you, to spend time with you, because they're your voice. Those are the people going to market you. And then with Facebook Live the way it is, tell somebody to put their phone on a tripod and go live. You'd be surprised how you can get yourself out like that if you do things at least close to professional. And then next thing you know, you're being invited to events like what Shay is doing and Beyond the Fence and other promoters because they saw you before and they like what you brought to the table. So just keep that in mind, y'all, when you out there. Because right now, you can't make no money off of CD sales really anymore. It's all about streaming. And really, I think, we're going to be at a point where really we're just doing it to glorify God, and it's really not going to be a whole lot of money made. It's just going to be you just showcasing what you're doing until somebody give you the opportunity to be on the stage. So I don't know. That's what I see. Television, radio. Yeah, it's all out there. What you think?
I want to add to it too because a lot of what we do on the Beyond the Fence side, we actually create the platforms because there are so many platforms that aren't conducive for what we do, right? And so, and I mean as a genre, not just as Beyond the Fence, but as a genre. And what I like is that we give the opportunity for artists who are newly coming into the community or the ministry an opportunity to showcase their work. So I remember when I first came out in 2014, there were people who rejected me over and over and over again because of the fact that, they didn't know me, and I didn't understand the cliques, and I didn't understand that people already had their circles. So here I came out and they would say, you have a very beautiful voice, but we don't know you. And so, and it was, like you said, that one event that I did that ended up being kind of my starter, and that radio personality that was there was actually partners with the person who kind of rejected me, but the person who rejected me didn't realize that she actually helped me because there were things I didn't know. So when she was telling me why she couldn't book me for a certain event, she was telling me why, and I just wrote those things down. So it allowed me to create a platform like we do at Beyond the Fence for others to have those opportunities. So if you don't find it, and if you have it in you and you know that you are aligned with God's will and whatever you're doing is purposed for you to do, provision will be made for you to open up the platforms for others to kind of do what you have been trying to do. So I want to put that out there too.
Right. Next thing you know, opportunities, favor just be falling out the sky. It's just you be like, wow, is this easy? No, you put the work in, And you hear all the time, especially when you look at people who are successful and you really listen to their testimony, you're like, wow, You used to live in your car. You just don't know where they came from.
Right.
What these people put in.
Right.
Got sick and ill, lost family and friends to get where they are today. And investments. Getting people to invest in what they're doing. You got to put it in, y'all. Don't get frustrated. Just got to keep grinding. Make sure you. I always remember this is something that Earl G. Graves said. He was the publisher of Black Enterprise magazine and a big contributor to Morgan State University. He said, if you're going to do something, make sure you got a strong passion for it, because there's going to be some times you're not going to get paid, and there's going to be some times you're not going to get a whole lot of sleep and rest, and there's going to be some times when you're not going to get no support from family and friends, but you still got to love it. You still should walk away loving it. Exactly the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, always. And shout out to you, Jerry, because I know even when we have one more minute, but before I even thought about radio, I didn't think about radio, just interviewing with you, and you saw something in me. And I had done radio before as a co-host in 2014, but kind of, not to the level that we're on now. So I appreciate you. And I always tell you, I appreciate you for seeing the gift and the potential to do more and to be more, and allowing all of us to be a part of your vision on Positive Power XXI.
Thank you. And I appreciate you guys, because, it's about collaboration. I mean, we all bring something special to the table. I mean, we all shine at the same time, and one person shine. I remember, what's his name? Earl Nightingale said, you can't expect to get rich if you're not making other people rich. I was like, whoa.
So good. Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's the mindset that we have.
That's right. Unless you stand in the line at the lottery, you hit. That'd be the only way. But that's still
find that lottery ticket.
But that's still time and investment.
I believe you don't even have to stand in the line. I believe that ticket gonna blow. You don't know. It's just gonna blow on the sidewalk. You're gonna pick it up.
It'll be a winning ticket.
The Bible says, "Not the birds of the air don't worry about whether that they're gonna eat. They don't toil for it, and the lilies don't have to worry about how they're gonna be clothed."
That's right.
So you were gonna find that lottery ticket. You ain't even have to stand in line for it.
In other words, they said, "Don't worry, God got you. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep proving that you're worthy." That's the whole bottom line. Yeah. All right. Well, look like that's the end of my time. And shout out to Paula G. Again, Paula G. is coming to Maryland. She's heading in 95 North. She will be here in May 2nd and 3rd. We will have the Eventbrite link out there in a few more days. So if you're an artist and you're looking for television exposure, or you're an author and you're looking for exposure, Paula G. is a very good brand coming out of the Atlanta, Georgia area. And also you can find all over Georgia right now, but expect some more to come. Amen. So all right, so let's let your guess out. I think I figured out why this thing was stuck, so it's working now. All right, there we go. All right, is that you, Miss Christina? You in the queue? Can you hear us?
Yes. Hello, Miss Shay and Mr. Jerry.
I talked to her earlier.
How are you?
I am awesome. It's such a pleasure to talk to you again. And of course, I told you I wasn't going to be the one that was going to interview you. Either I told you or your sister, Shay, was going to handle all of that, because you guys got a lot in common, and it's going to be a great interview.
All right.
I can feel it. I can feel the power.
Well, I'm excited.
Yeah. All right.
I'm excited too.
That's right. So you feel the power, Miss Christina? You feel it? You feel the power?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm so excited. I've been excited all day long. I've been watching the clock, and as it got closer to time, I'm just going to call right now.
Why not? See, Shay, I told you everybody knows about the power. Just ask them, do you feel the power?
Everybody got the power.
You feel the power.
Indeed.
All right. Okay, well, Indeed. Batman is right here, engineering, so I'm right here. If you guys need me, I'm right here. Amen.
All right. Well, welcome, everyone, to the Late Night Radio Show, the Jerry Royce Radio Show, with your host. I am your co-host tonight, Shay Samuels. Thank you to Paula G. For filling in every other week. I think it's the 2nd and the 4th. I can't remember, but we just hold it down. So shout out to Paula G, Lady Wisdom After Midnight, and my sister Ree and Lakeisha, the Monday night host as well on their shows. I love you all. Tonight we have a very, very, very special guest, Miss Christina CISROW, and I'm excited about this. I'm going to say this young lady because she is doing it up. When I say doing it up, she's doing it up. Award-winning, Spin Award-winning. Y'all know about the Spin Awards, and you've been there, and you are preparing already. Shout out to Mr. Appointed. So Spin Award winner and different radio station hosts and platforms. And we're going to get to know a little bit more about her tonight. For those of you who don't know her already, Miss Christina, how are you again?
I'm doing just great, Shay, and I'm very excited to be talking to you, the one and only Miss Shay. Yes. Yes.
Don't make me blush. Don't make me blush. Yes. Don't make me blush. Now, I'm excited. I'm always excited to meet new people. I really am. And I actually, you know, when I do get a chance, I don't even call it an interview. It's more like a conversation because we get a chance to know about one another. But then somewhere along the line, we say a word that just clicks. And then it's like, oh, we sisters. Oh, we got this. We sisters. We sisters. They, you know, the interview's over. We're sisters, right? So Tell everyone, the listeners and the viewers on Facebook, who you are.
Well, I am your girl, Christina, the princess of gospel music. That's right, the one and only. That's right, and I bring it to you just the way you like it. Indeed.
I love it. So let's talk about some of the Well, one, I actually wanted to start off with the Spin Awards because the Spin Awards has actually become very popular here in Atlanta, Georgia. Again, shout out to Mr. Appointed for putting it on. It is amazing from from her first one, and she's already working on the fourth one. So you were 2008 Spin Award winner in the following categories: the Best Radio Host, Best Radio Show, and Internet Radio Personality of the Year. So talk to us about that.
Oh, wow, yes. It was actually the 2018 Spin Awards, and it was very exciting. I had just actually started my show, WVLT 92.1, Christina's Quartet Explosion, and I was only on the air for 4 months. When I got 4 months, and me and my co-host, which was my sister, and also my other co-host, my sister-in-law, by the name then was Sweet Shanique. And we were just, doing it. We were on FM station, and we were just playing quartet music. And I just opened up my email one day, and it was there, and I'm like, wow. And I was like really excited about it. It really threw me because I was only on for 4 months, but to God be the glory. God is amazing.
I think I said 2008 when I should have said 2018.
Yes.
It's funny because I'm like, be like, what? Like 2018? Like, look, we done not futurized her, but it's been here before. But I knew it was 2018. I don't know why I said 2008, but 2018. The one thing you did say too, you said that you were only doing the radio for 4 months, and you opened up your email, and you actually had this email saying, you've been nominated for these awards. And what that says is somebody out there is watching even when we don't know they are.
Exactly. And I tell anyone, you never know, like you were saying earlier, I was listening to you and Jerry earlier, you have to really put work in, and you never know where or who's sitting in that audience or listening on the radio to you. Mm-hmm. You never know. Mm-hmm. And, bringing forth God's word is a blessing anyway. That's just amazing anyway. And God opens so many doors. He does. Yeah. He's just so amazing. Yeah.
And again, here's these key words. You just keep adding on to it and adding on to it. So how did you start in radio? What was did you want to do this when you were younger? What was it's time for me to get on radio?
Actually, no. When I was younger, I started singing at the age of 7, and radio was the furthest from my mind. As a little girl growing up and singing with my family, my father and my mother and my siblings, legendary CISROW family. And it just kind of like, it was just singing. Everything was just singing. And then as I got older, we were on different radio shows. We went live and we would sing at the radio shows, and they would play our music. But radio was not at all even in the picture, nowhere for me, because I couldn't even imagine And then one day, I started formerly of Exclusive Soul Radio, which was Facebook Live, and it was actually a talk radio. We played music, but it was more so. It was me, Nina Graves, and my sister, and also Bertha Brooks. And we first started just like a talk radio. You know, we had music playing and different topics, any topics you could possibly think of, positive, not just for women, but was for the men as well. We talked about hats, we talked about house, we talked about life, we talked about God, anything that you could possibly think of that was a positive. We talked about it. We had fun. We laughed. And after, you know, I left that show, you know, I was done. Radio was just completely done. It was totally done. And I remember one day I came downstairs and I said to my sister, I said, you know what? I'm about to go on the radio. And she looked at me. She was like, yeah, right. Okay. I said, no, watch. I'm going to get me my own show. And I didn't think nothing was going to happen because I didn't hear back from WVLT 92.1 FM. And then one day he called me and I was like, I had almost forgot. I almost forgot all of that. I was like, hello.
That's how it works.
Yeah. And then he told me and I was like, yes. And I was only on for an hour. And so, you know, I put the show together, me and my sister and my other co-host, Shanique CISROW, which is my sister-in-law. And we just, you know, we took it from there. And then we got another call one day and the guy called back. He said, you know what? Hey, everybody likes you guys. You guys think you can do 2 hours? And I was like, yeah, we can do 2 hours. And mind you, we were just so excited. We played gospel music. We did interviews. We interviewed everybody from Daryl Luster, the Pilgrim Jubilees, oh my God, the Nightingales, the Brooklyn All-Stars. And we interviewed, oh my God, Everett Drake, oh God, Alabama Girls, oh my God, just anybody you could possibly think of. We interviewed the Gospel Keynote, Jeffrey Newberry, Val Alexander. And we took all that, incorporated into quartet music, live interviews. People could call in, and it was just amazing. We had fun with it. We didn't think it was going to take off the way that it did. And like I said, I got this email and I'm like, nominated. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay. So then I read the categories. I'm thinking, you know, okay, well, it's nice to be nominated.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people think that's a blessing. That right there is a blessing. That's a blessing. Yeah. I'll take nominate me. I don't care if I win or not. I was nominated.
Especially at 4 months, Christina. At 4 months, the nomination is a blessing. Yes.
Yes, exactly. And my vision has always been for the radio. I always said, and I said to my sister every day, my vision was that I want everyone to listen to me, like when I was on the FM station, and they can turn on the radio and they can tune me in. But my vision was for those that could not come out to the churches, like those in the nursing homes, those behind prison walls, those in the hospital. That was my vision. If I could touch those, if they could just listen, because they can't get to church, but they can still listen to the word of God through song, because it's a ministry. A lot of people don't get that. Singing, music, it's a ministry. It is a ministry.
Yeah. And it's good that you said that, because I think a lot of radio personalities now, they get on because there's so many open platforms for us to do it. But then, like you said, it is a ministry. And so you have to understand, I was saying it before, study to show yourself approved. There's so many back end things that go on in radio. And I don't know, some people like myself and you just may be natural, and you just kind of get on air and your personality just exudes and it consumes in a good way the audience that's listening, and especially when you have a lot of good content and material. But what I love that you said, Christina, you said, I did this with a purpose, to have people who weren't able to go to church. So I'm just imagine, because I had a nursing home at one point, and I imagine the residents I had there turning on a station like yours. And quartet?
Yeah.
Christina, you're talking. You're talking with quartet. Their feet are tapping, their hands, and music just brings them to life. Isn't that true?
Yes, it is. It is, because it's amazing, because I remember, you know, growing up as a child, and like I said, they would play. I remember the first time they played our music on the radio, and we were little, and my mom was like, oh my God, you're on the radio. And I'm like it's just amazing to hear. You know, I'm like, that's us? Because we were so little, and just to sit back and nice to see my mother, you know, she would be listening to the radio and just sitting back, rocking, listening to the music. And I'm like, you know, wow, it's just amazing, especially when it's older people, even younger people. You have to catch the younger audience as well. And, you know, there's so many radio angels out there that are just, oh my God, phenomenal, just phenomenal at what they do. It's amazing.
Well,
I've learned so much.
We appreciate your work because you definitely have built a portfolio for yourself in radio, because even after WVLT 92.1, in that win, it's like you got your win and was like, okay, I'm going. So how did you transition?
To God be the glory. Yes.
To God be the glory. Yes. But how did you transition into your next Gospel Legacy Radio?
Well, actually, it was different because I was living in New Jersey when I did WVLT, which was FM station. And then I moved. I've only been in Columbia, South Carolina for a year, a little over a year now. So when I got out here, you know, you don't know nobody. So I'm like, okay, nobody knows me. I don't know nobody. I don't know no radio stations. I don't know who to call. I don't know anything. I don't know too many people. And I will say this, and she's a phenomenal radio angel, Miss Stephanie Williams McDonald. She actually gave me my first chance on internet radio, and I thank her as well, VSC, and she has a very phenomenal platform. I'm sure you're familiar with it. I'm sure you've heard of her. She has, I mean, everything you could possibly think of, from gospel to inspirational, R&B. She's a phenomenal award winner, multi-award winner, and she gave me my first chance on VSC. And then, you know, after VSC, which I was happy about, I was on Wednesdays, and I did my quartet show every Wednesday night from 9 to 11. And I had so much fun with it. And it just started off Wednesday nights. So I'm like, okay, I'm happy with that. You know, Wednesday nights is good. And then as it kind of like jumped from there, because I got another message from John Joyner, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. He is a phenomenal engineer for the radio. He has a very amazing platform as well. He has Abundance Life Radio, Enjoy Radio, and formerly Gospel Legacy Radio. And he gave me another big opportunity. I was allowed to be on Gospel Legacy Radio, Abundance of Life Radio, Doc's Place, and I co-host with him on Enjoy morning show. So it just kind of like it spins from there. And then, you know, I remember back in my radio days on the FM station, I interviewed Jay Williams, and I believe I heard you guys speak of him earlier. I interviewed him. I never knew who he was when I interviewed Jay Williams back in WVLT days. And so with that being said, he also gave me, when I tell you his platform is beyond, you guys are talking about it. Yes. He can't even keep up with his radio shows. We laugh about it.
He's growing too. Shout out to Jay Williams.
Yeah, he is just doing his thing. My big bro, shout out to you, John Joyner and Miss Stephanie Williams McDonald. Shout out to each and every one of you. And he gave me another big opportunity on Tap Radio. And I was on Tuesday and Thursday mornings on Tap Radio. And he really, you know, his station is phenomenal. He's a multi-award winner. I can't even name all the awards that he's won as well, because we'd be here all night. So it's just, you know, it kind of like just took off from there. And now he opened up another thing for me, and it's called, I'm on another platform, ND1 Radio, and I'm very excited about that. Actually, that I just started that on. I'm actually on Tuesday mornings at 9, and I'm on iHeartRadio. I'm on Speaker. I'm on, oh my God, iTunes. I mean, you can get me on Hip Hop Radio. Oh my, and it just, the list goes on and on. It's a digital tracker radio station, and I thank God for him, because, you know, I'm new at this. Like I said, I haven't been in it that long, so it's just amazing. God, when God opens doors, a lot of people don't understand. God he puts you at a place where you really just, it's just phenomenal. I can't, the things God does is just unbelievable.
Well, the way I like to tell people, I tell people all the time, I say, whenever you decide to say yes to the call, I feel like God's start you where you should have been anyway. So that's what I was saying earlier. When you are aligned to the purpose of your life, there are things and doors and people that are just going to come. Provision is going to happen. You know, Astrology and I, we had this, if you just show up, #show up. And we came up with that because we just showed up with one another and God showed out. So yes, I do feel whenever you decide to really, you know, be confident in your yes, there are people that are going to come your way. Here you are, you know, a year later, and you've had a chance to experience so much in the radio world. Before we do anything else, because you did talk about the radio shows, please let the listeners know when they can find you on each of those shows.
Okay. On Abundance Life Radio, Christina's Quartet Explosion will be on Sundays. I will be on Sundays on Abundance Life Radio Show. I do believe it's going to be in the morning. I do believe around, I want to say 10 or 11. He hasn't finalized it yet, but I will be on Sundays. Also, I have another show that I just started called Forever Legends, and you can also hear that. I do believe that's going to be on Sundays as well. And my Forever Legends show, Shay, that plays nothing but legends from Mahalia Jackson to Sam Cooke to the Clark sisters. Yeah, I went all the way back to, oh my God, James Cleveland, oh my God, Pamela Mann, Tremaine Hawkins, Walter Hawkins, Edwin Hawkins, any legend you can possibly think of, you will hear it right there on the Forever Legends show with the host, the Princess of Gospel Music.
I love it.
Indeed.
I love it because it's natural. It's just natural. It just comes out. It comes out natural. Are you ever in a store and you're having to like introduce yourself, or do you call customer service? I do that a lot. Like I call customer service and I literally put on either my radio. My voice is my voice, but like, you know, like I'm like, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Shay Samuels, you know, and the person on customer service might answer and say, wherever I'm calling, I'm like, what's up? It's your, oh God, I got to remember that I'm not on radio. Do you do that?
Yes. It has happened because I was at a program that me and my sister host, and the lady comes up to me and goes, I know that voice. You're the voice that's on the radio. And I'm like, and she's like, she just told from me one time. I said, okay, you're listening to your girl, Christina, on the Quartet Explosion. And she just was like, that's you. It's amazing.
Yeah, it definitely does. It makes you smile though, because this is something that just becomes our everyday lives, no matter where we are. And Mahalia Jackson is actually one of my favorite oldies but goodies. Yes. I mean, my grandmother, she was a reverend and she used to listen to her, and I think it's Neva Ford, who reminds me, she's an artist as well, currently, and her music, when she sings, it reminds me of Mahalia in spirit. She doesn't sound like her, it's just her inner, whatever it is, it's like literally, it reminds me of Mahalia Jackson. And so, yeah, so I would have to tune in, because those are like the type, I would just be sitting out back having my coffee on my back deck listening to your show.
Exactly.
So that was the intent. That was the intent. So not only do you do that though, you also are a CEO. So talk to us about that.
Oh wow, yes, I'm a CEO of Black Diamond Entertainment, and what that is it's me, myself, and my oldest sister, Pearl Elwa, and my brother Edward CISROW. We put together Black Diamond Entertainment, and what that is promoting, different artists. We do programs and things like that. So I'm also a promoter as well. And, I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot with some great promoters like Craig Bridges. He's out of Florida, and he is phenomenal. I'm learning so much from him. Oh, my God. Also, another beautiful radio host and promoter, Miss Drina Penn. Miss Loretta Coleman. I'm learning so much from different ones. Michael Boykin. Oh my God, just different radio angels and promoters out there that are definitely, have touched my life in a special way. And you're never too old to learn. You're never too old.
No,
and I'm
not
humble.
at all. Not at all.
What would you say the hardest thing?
What would you say the hardest? What would you say the hardest thing is to pick up on with this new venture of radio? What would be the hardest thing you would say?
Well, I would say that the hardest thing is, like I said, when I moved here, and when you're not known, and you, like you said, you and Jerry said earlier, you have to grind. You have to really promote yourself. You have to get out there with the people. And some people it's hard to move some audience. and a lot of artists know this as well. You have to really get yourself out there and work, get your face out there, let the people know what you're trying to do. And sometimes it can be hard because when you're not known, and people are like, well, I don't know who this is, I don't know her, and things like that. And sometimes you get discouraged, but you have to keep grinding. The hardest thing is getting yourself known and getting the people to, kind of like go with you at times. And then sometimes I go to places and they're like, oh, I know you. Aren't you one of the CISROW singers, or aren't you on the radio? And it just makes it a smooth transition. So, yeah. But that's the hardest part of it to me. That to me is like, really getting out there, getting myself, especially when you come somewhere and no one knows you. It's hard kind of like building up that audience, I think.
And I think too, on the flip side, as artists, a lot of artists have that same hiccup. They have that same challenge. You start your music and you think it's going to be easy, and there's a such thing as internet radio and terrestrial radio. And as you learn about it, you start realizing a lot of people just don't accept any kind of music. And it's harder than we think to actually get the music on radio. So what advice would you have for an artist that's trying to get their music on radio?
I would tell them, as much as possible, get out there, go to different programs. Even if you're not singing, go support other groups. Go out there and let your face be known. Talk to promoters. A lot of promoters at programs. Yeah, so go out there and grind. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said you better say it.
Yes, you got to get out there and get yourself known. Talk to promoters. Talk to different groups. Exchange card. Network. It's all about networking. It's all about networking and fellowshipping. It's fellowship. It's good to network, but it's better to fellowship. It's better to fellowship. Yes. It's definitely that's definitely a plus. You got to get out there and grind. You got to let the people know, hey, I'm an artist. I sang, hey, here's my card. Hey, can you take this CD? And I've came across this, and I'm going to say it. A lot of them ain't going to like it. I've came across a lot of artists where I say, okay, I'm on the radio. Oh, well, you can get our CD for such and such dollars. I don't mind supporting you. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind supporting you. I don't mind giving you that money. But if I tell you I'm a radio person and I'm playing you, and I tell you, I would like to have your CD. Well, it got $12, and I'm looking at you like, okay.
Oh goodness! I've heard that a few times for different radio personalities, and they say, even at different awards shows, artists will be standing outside with their CDs trying to push the CDs, but it's an opportunity for you to really get an understanding of who. First of all, study. I just said that at the beginning of the show. Study to show yourself approved, but study your subjects. If you're going to a radio award show, like identify the people that you want to start communicating with or connecting with. And of course, Miss Christina is going to be one of those people. So identify with them, know the radio, the music that they play. Don't just push this music. If it's a quartet show and your music is kind of R&B-ish, or, you're a rapper, don't think just because you have the music, you can push it to any station. Because that can also lose the audience as well.
Exactly.
So,
so true.
Yeah, so I am excited about you and all your ventures and everything that you have going on. I'm looking forward to connecting to you and with you and just hearing more about what you have going on. I definitely myself will be tuning into the show. It's new for me, but now you just gained another listener.
Great. I'm excited. Oh my goodness. Yes.
You just gained another listener. And but I always ask our guests before we end the show if there's any. You've given a lot of nuggets and some words of encouragement, but is there anything that you want to leave with the listeners and the viewers tonight?
Yes. Like I said earlier, always put God first in everything that you do, because without God, we are nothing. Without him, we are no one. We are nothing without God first. And I pray over everything that I do, even when I come across playing my, when I get my list together, I pray first and ask God to give me the music that he wants me to give to his people. Keep God first in your life. Get out there and grind. Let the people know who you are and what you are about. Stay focused no matter what, and don't give up. Don't give up. At the beginning, it may seem hard, but if you keep depending and believing and have your faith in God, any and everything is possible. Any and everything is possible.
That's so
advice.
good. Pray about everything that you are putting out there. I love that, because now we know, even as an artist, I used to tell people I have to be mindful of the musicians I have behind me, because, I once had a saxophone player, and the inside of that person wasn't all pure, wasn't put together. None of us are, but there was a lot of ugly stuff there. And I kept seeing, while he was blowing the saxophone, just all that gunk on the people that we were ministering to. So you have to be mindful of all of that. And with so much in the world, I mean, just pray about it all, pray about everything. So I really, really appreciate you spending this time with me today, my sister Christina, my new sister Christina. I will be at the 2020 Spin Awards, so I'm sure if I don't meet you before then. And I did have another question for you before I say that. Do you do any events that are community driven? Do you go out to community events that people should know about?
Yes, actually, there has been some different events as far as with the school things that we have done. We've done many things for the school system. Oh my God, and the detention centers, nursing homes, things like that. Definitely, actually, we did a drive when I was working with Bertha Brooks and the other young lady that we were working with, Nina Graves. We did some school back, giving back to school, the kids for school. Some book bags and school supplies and things like that. So there's different things that, that we like to give back, and just, donate our time. Time and give back the others. And I want to announce one more thing before I do go. I want to let you know, Shay, that I just found out I was nominated for the Gospel Choice Music Awards for Radio Announcer of the Year, June 26th. So please vote. I'll let you know when the voting comes up. Please, guys, vote.
Congratulations.
Vote.
I was also nominated. I won 2017 Gospel Choice Award for Female Vocalist of the Year. So I was also nominated. And congratulations to everyone that's posting their nominations as well. So I feel like, again, now that we've spoken with one another, we're going to see each other, we're going to hug each other real big, and we're going to make sure that we just remain connected, not just for 2020, but throughout our careers. And I will make sure to keep pushing everything that you're doing. But it was definitely a blessing for us to be on. Shout out to your sister Pearl, your manager. She pushes. Yes. Let me tell y'all. Yes. Okay, if y'all don't have a manager like her sister, y'all ain't got a real manager.
Tell me about it.
Look, Pearl, she forgot about you, but I didn't. Shout out to you.
Yes. And shout out to Miss Lady Wanda K, too. She's a great friend of mine and a beautiful, beautiful radio angel and a phenomenal promoter. Shout out to Miss Wanda K, the little diva. Shout out to her, too.
Now you have to do everybody, because if you do that, you're going to get phone calls right after. So you might as well go ahead and.
Okay, let me just shout them out. Yes. Shout out to my sister-in-law, Shanique. That's right, WBLT 92.1, Shanique Sweet Sounds. That's right. Shout out to her. Miss Trina Penn. Shout out to you, Loretta Coleman. Michael Boykin. Oh, my gosh. Shout out to you, Rodney McDuffie. Stephanie Williams McDonald. Shout out to you, to the little Prince. Shout out to you, to my brother, Jay Williams. Shout out to your big bro, to John Joyner, my boy, Just Jay. Shout out to you, too. And to Miss Shay, the beautiful one. Shout out to you, too, and brother Jerry Royce. Thank you both. I enjoyed myself. Y'all heard it right here from the princess of gospel music.
And that's why she is award-winning and nominated. Y'all don't get it messed up. But I do have one more question for you before you go, Sister Christina. Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power?
Yes, I feel the power indeed.
All right, family. There you go. Phenomenal show. Don't forget, y'all, every Monday you got the Triple Podcast. Monday Night Triple Podcast. That's right, Monday Night Football is over. So you can tune in right here with Shay and Paula G. Enjoy it with Loud Worldwide, a.k.a. the Batman of Charm City. All right, feel the power. All right, y'all. Stand by, y'all. We got some awesome music for you. Right, coming right here. Positive Power. Double A7. Good night.
Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power? Feel the power of Double XI.
Positive Power 21.org Internet Radio.
You are listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
Hey, my name is Davis and I'm from Haiti, but I live in Dominican Republic. I'm here, Positive Power 21, Jerry Royce Live Worldwide.
There's something that happens to me when I feel the wind blow. Oh, it makes me fly with wings. You know I love to fly slow.